What's up, guys? I'm at the Home Depot, the one and only. So I am planning on kind of rebuilding my camper shell, redoing it in a different way and trying it a different way, just because the way that I have it right now, I've enjoyed, I really like it, but I want to try something different. So I'm here at the Home Depot, going to pick up some supplies, and then I'll take you back home where I'm going to start working on the shell. So I am picking up some Reflectix, some insulation to do at the very least my windows. I'd like to do more, but I'm just going to pick up one roll of this. I'm also picking up, so I got the extra wide Gorilla Tape. If you watched my one video, we found out that duct tape is not the best product there, so I went with the Gorilla Tape this time. Now I'm at Walmart. It's a little less expensive here, so I'm gonna grab a couple other things. I forgot to film at Walmart, and that's my bad. But anyway, I had a goal of spending $100 or less at both places, and I did by $2, so spent 98 bucks. And what I'm gonna do today is actually change this up. So when I was researching how to build out camper shells and things like that, the setup that I have is the most common setup that I saw. So I saw it all over YouTube. I saw it kind of everywhere, and it was just that you build a platform in the back of your truck and you use the underneath space for storage. And it has worked out really, really well. It was fun to build the platform and everything. But I want to change things up for my personal taste and my personal use, like the way that I want to use it and what I want it to be functional as. So I'm probably going to end up saving the platform and the pieces that I have here so I can throw it back in if I need to. But right now I'm just going to try something different. I still have to clean my truck out from last weekend anyway, so it's like a total reset. I'm bringing everything down and everything out today. So as far as like the interior right now, I am trying to winterize it right now. So I am going to be putting up the Reflectix insulation, at least on the windows. And then if I have stuff left, I'm going to put some along the sides of the truck bed here. But I just bought the one roll because, like I said, I was trying to keep it under 100 bucks. Doing this isn't exactly like the cheapest hobby that you can have. It's not the most expensive, but it's definitely not the cheapest, and YouTube's not really paying for my stuff. I'm doing it for fun and for free right now. So I'm gonna work on getting these Reflectix up and see how that works, and put that up, and hopefully, you know, as it gets a little bit colder, that should help. So I ended up with slightly more than I thought I was gonna get. I was actually able to get both of my side windows, and not all, but a portion of my back. So as far as that goes with the one roll that I bought, I'm actually pretty happy with how far I was able to get with that. It is gonna help because you lose a lot of heat in the wintertime through the windows specifically. There's this window still, but at least, you know, the cab's there. It shouldn't be I don't think I'll lose as much, hopefully. But yeah, so I am all done with insulating the windows, and now it's time to see kind of how I'm going to configure the back of here. So what I like and what I was missing out on was the ability to sit up in here. And now, like, even fully extended, you know, like almost over exaggerating the setup, I can sit up in here and it's fine. So I really like that, especially for like editing purposes. When I'm editing my videos at night right now, laying on the platform when I'm out there, I'm belly down, you know, facing my phone that way. I think that the flexibility of being able to sit up is gonna be really nice for me though. So I just have to figure out how to make that work with gear and other things like that. So my platform right now is slightly too wide because I had built it where it sits above the wheel wells. So I need to take maybe an inch off of one side. So I'm going to do that now. So after a little bit of trial, a lot of error, a saw switch, and other things, I finally got it so it fits nice and in there. So, you know, yeah, I'm not a carpenter. I need a new saw blade. There was a lot of things that went wrong for me right there, but I made it happen. That's the thing, is at least I made it happen. So it's in there. And now we'll go from here and, you know, finally and see what's next. Everywhere that I didn't want sawdust to be, I got it there. So originally, as of like 5 minutes ago in this video, I was gonna keep my old frame so that way I could just throw it back in. But now I have pivoted and changed, and I think that I'm going to try to repurpose that frame. So just want to show you guys the concept of what I want to do. The execution's not here yet. I'm going to change some stuff around and try to make this work. But anyway, so the idea is for me to basically have my gear on one side. I really want to be able to sit up. So I will be sleeping on this side from now on. But what would be really nice is when I'm editing, especially when I'm editing my videos, if I could just sit here and edit, or if I could, as it gets colder, I may even want to eat back here, right? So I could cook up my meal outside, come in where it's nice and warm, and then sit here and basically have a tabletop. So I have my gear towards the front of the truck right now, and I can actually slide underneath this thing and use it as a table. I built it so it looks really bad and really ugly, but the concept is there. So just got to trim this up, make that flush, and then secure those floorboards to it. But I think this is definitely think for what I want to do and what I want, it's going to work. It's going to be functional at the very least. So it may not be pretty because I suck at woodworking, and I freeballed this. I didn't measure a thing. I didn't do anything. I just put it together. But it's definitely going to work, I think, for what I want it to work for. So this ended up working out even better than I thought, and I'm really, really excited. So I have all my gear tucked underneath the table, and I have a flat surface that I can use as a table now. I can actually use it as a table, and right now I'm sitting up very, very comfortably, very, very comfortably. So I gained a lot more flexibility in my vertical space. Now, when I'm sleeping in more of a single bed fashion than, you know, a wider fashion, where I do like to sprawl out. So I sacrificed that space. I sacrificed the space that's wide for the vertical space. But in terms of like spending time back here, reading a book, things like that, it's going to be much, much more comfortable now. And I think that I'm going to enjoy it in the winter, being able to do this. Now, in the summertime, you know, maybe when I'm not planning on spending as much time in the back of the truck, I could do something different. But for right now, this is really, really cool. And I'm going to get out and I'm going to show you guys a couple other things that I gained by doing it. So this is where, of course, I'll be sleeping on this side now. But I was actually able to double up my padding. So it is so much more comfortable to lay on this now. It's like a bed. I mean, I don't feel the hard surface at all. And I also gained this much more insulation for when I'm actually asleep. But what's cool is I have a space now to put my boots. I don't know if you've watched my other videos, you know, I was putting them essentially in the same spot, but on top of, you know, blankets and things like that. So now I have like this nice surface to put my boots on. If they're dirty or whatever, it's not going to track into the bed. And then I just double stacked all my storage. So I just, instead of having it vertical or horizontal where I have a bin here and a bin here, I just have it vertical now. So all that storage, all that space all the way back. So I still got to throw this under there. But that's the way that it looks for now. It's going to be super comfortable the next time I use it. And it should be pretty warm, especially with this insulation up. And then gaining that extra padding underneath me. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped up for this. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm not a very good carpenter or good at building things, but I have fun doing this stuff, and that's why I do it. And I share it with you guys just in case you can get an idea. You probably execute it a lot better than me. But yeah, anyways, hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If you hung out with me this far during this build, go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to. If not, no worries guys, no pressure. Peace, and I really hope that you guys are having an awesome day.